I'm going to talk in this about top foods by fiber. Okay, for 100 grams of food, for 100 grams, what are the that have highest fiber? Dietary fiber. Fiber is very useful. There is an insoluble, there is soluble fiber. Without going into all those details, this is more about the best bang for your buck, that the best value you could get. If you get 100 grams of something, like anything you're consuming, where you get the best fiber. Okay, that's what I'm going to show in this. So any bran, like any, because they are all the outer shell of the seeds, the corn or wheat or even rice, any of those brans, they're all very high in fiber because they are the plant-based. Basically, all the wheat bran, corn bran, even rice or any other type of bran are very high in fiber. So in terms of fiber that you consume, corn bran, wheat bran, all those brans are very high in fiber, and they're very mhm, like you feel like eating animals. Animals are what actually this is fed to animals, but we need to take consideration for having them because in our traditional food, we don't get that much fiber if you're just always eating the traditional food. So you need to make careful consideration to add extra fiber. They also can help you lose weight because they are not essential. They just get passed through the body. And also, as you know, fibers, if you didn't know, fiber are very useful to add bulk your intestines and any constipation, and you can free up entire stuff in your intestines, flush them out. So it's a big cure for constipation as well. About we need about daily 25 grams of fiber, and we don't get that much unless you carefully plan for it. So a lot of people actually go through these constipation problems and all that stuff. But here I'm showing you the best bang for the buck for the bran. Uh, any brans you get the highest fiber. But as I want to just go through slowly a couple of them as well. Some of the spices, cinnamon actually has very high fiber. I think there is somewhere else the cocoa powder, the one you use in the baking. It's probably here somewhere. But some other things like rosemary, oregano, you're not gonna eat this every day. You use it like extra spice or extra, but that's just a number as a number. But if you look at like daily, what you can add in your oatmeal, breakfast, or any other things that you eat, brown is one of them. Um, some of the other stuff is cinnamon, like you can add some of that in your tea or any of the stuff that you're taking in anyway. There are some extra exotic stuff, but they're very pricey. I think this is very pricey, comes from Africa or somewhere, not so often available. So I'm gonna not gonna cover in detail, but I'm gonna cover the general stuff that you get in the regular stores in the supermarket, in the markets. Pine and these nuts also I think are very pricey, not available. This is also something like that from Africa or somewhere. That's why I was talking about the brawn, which is widely available, or your regular good old vegetables, but they're not as high in terms of content. Like if you have 100 grams, where do you get the highest fiber? So that's what I'm showing this. Okay, so some of the spices are very high in fiber, but as you know, you're not going to eat spices every day. But just to get consideration, the fennel seeds, some of them you can all actually fennel seed and also flax seed, I believe, are very high in fiber. Fennel seed you can definitely consume. Okay, so this is about they are very high in fiber. If you see, there are some other spices, but those are not something you can eat every day. Uh, so here, bronze and some nuts usually have very good fiber. Okay, fennel seeds, and I'm gonna show more here. Basil is also dried basil, but it's a good for your health. You probably should get a fresh one too, depending on how you consume, where you can consume. Cocoa powder that I just talked before, the regular Hershey that you get in the grocery is a very good in fiber. They're like regular other stuff, cocoa and some spices, cloves, spices, um, cocoa again, same thing, but yeah, they have very high fiber, although it's not regular soluble fiber. There is a mix of soluble and insoluble, but this is just a brief overview. And like I said, the flax seeds are also good in fiber. Chia seeds also have good in fiber, but as you see, the amount is about 25%, not even like less than one third. So that's why I was showing the brown has the best bang for your buck in terms of how much fiber you can get from if you're taking for your consumption. And I'll show some more, even though they're not even one fourth, but this is a very good amount because we don't get this much fiber. We need at least 25 grams per day. Uh, so I'm gonna show some more. The peppers, chilies, they also have extra fiber. And the next one I want to cover is the beans, any type of beans, black beans, red beans, pinto beans, garbanzo beans, chickpeas, all those have very high fiber and they are like a staple, like rice and beans. So either you want to cook in a crock pot or with your cook rice cooker or however you make it. Beans are a very staple, available anywhere. Any type of beans are usually very high. Some are like a little bit higher, some are a little low, but they're all pretty good. And they are a staple. You can eat them every day. So if you didn't make careful plan for it, beans are very high source of fiber. So and they are very good soluble fiber. So please consider having beans in your diet that can increase your fiber content. And I'll show one more just to give a full overview whatever we have here left. About a couple other things, rye flour. I think this rye flour can make bread. This is a vegetable here, carrots. So carrots do have some fiber. Usually any vegetables do have some fiber, but not as much as the top when I was talking about the brown or the beans. Spices like again, so you can review this, you can pause this video and like pay attention to these numbers if you want to check them out. As I said, some again the herbs are coming in. Herbs like again rice bran, not that popular, but they also have good fiber. Okay, fiber. Nutmeg is another spice like cinnamon in the before. Cinnamon has higher spice than nutmeg, but nutmeg is not that often used. But if you have cinnamon and nutmeg, great to add an extra in your however you're using your food. Turmeric also is good in fiber, about 22 grams, 100 grams, but probably not gonna eat 100 grams of spice turmeric to get 22 grams. So I'm just giving a comparison. You probably will take more beans or more brown or more flaxseed, like the seeds. Those type of stuff are what we can take. The other stuff is just nice to know. They are also high in fiber. So as we go by here, it's going to be less than 20%. So the more further you go along, all the other stuff, all the vegetables, all the other stuff that you think you have fiber, but they are not the best bang for the buck. That's why I was showing you here for getting the best fiber amount for the 100 grams, which are giving you the best value. These are the ones that I showed you. So